we bout that life. 4 dots tatted on me cause I earned my stripes. I'm from Northern.
Pocho, you're lame, dog. Quit saying my name, dog. You thirsty getting clout. You get no views on your podcast anyways, dog. Stop capping, my boy. Yeah, you reached out. You talk good about me. I never did an interview with you, my boy. You wanted to go on live. I never did. Cause why? I know what it is. You're making a narrative that's never gonna happen. Dog, there's too much bloodshed, too much bullshit going on. Prison is prison. The streets is the streets.
Rest in peace. SR Loko. Hey, what it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho of the Chicano Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. What are we talking about today? Sad story, another sad case, another life lost to this senseless gang warfare. Yeah, I sound cheesy, but it is true, man. SR Loko, rest in peace. I didn't even know if I wanted to do this video. Okay, I'm starting to become the YouTuber that's getting people that sends DMs to them and telling them, like, you know, hey, do it on this and do it on that. And I was like, oh, man, that's close to home, you know? But I do it on every other rapper who passes away because I think it's important to, or some, not all of them, but to remember them, but also the lesson, you know? So it doesn't just all go for nothing. Was a northern rapper. My bad. I'm like, damn, dog, it's so crazy. He was a northern rapper coming out of San Rafael, Novato area. If you don't know where that is, that's in the North Bay, north of the bridge. Some of the most richest areas in the United States is in the North Bay, Sausalito, Tiburon, these other places, right after the bridge. But then but there's another spot in San Rafael called the Canals, and that's where that fool North Bay Thumper, I already forgot his name. This fool, we'll talk about that fool in a little bit. Anyway, San Rafael Canals, that's where there's 18th Street, that's where there's a lot of Central Americans, but that's also where there's I think the North Bay Norteños or something like that. I'm not going to get too much into the details of the street stuff, but they're a collective of northerners that are just from all over the North Bay. And if I'm wrong, my bad, Spencer. And I think there's something there in Central San Rafael, or anyway, I don't want to get too much into the street stuff, but basically in these areas, they're really rich areas, but in every rich area there's apartment complexes, right? And this is one of them. You know, there's apartment complexes in Novato all over, and they service the rich, you know, right? But those apartment complexes are full of Southsiders and Northerners, the kids, you know, and it was before too, and it is now, sad to say, it seems. And it seems like, you know, this is what happened. So let's go through it together, because I don't know if the news will trip on me.
Novato, that's right near Alameda Del Prado and Ignacio Boulevard near Highway 101. The shelter in place for the area that we've been reporting has now been lifted.
So that map right there of all the people you'll see is that's all the where all the apartments are and stuff.
We're going to get more details now from KRON 4's Rob Nesbitt. He is live from that area with more details. Good afternoon, Rob.
Justine, within the last hour, I was able to move closer to the scene as the road was opened up. You can see the police presence at this apartment complex behind me. This is where the shooting actually happened. It's called Ignacio Gardens Apartments on Alameda Del Prado. And this shooting happened around 10 a.m. Police say it happened between two people who knew each other. Here's some scene.
So right there's two people that knew each other. So could be gang related. They say it's gang related. You never know if it's just street related. A lot of the upstate Southsider guys were you know, already claiming it, man, just because there's comments.
Between two people who knew each other. Here's some scene from the video. The road was blocked off with police activity for several hours, just opened a few minutes ago. According to the Novato Police Department, one man was shot just after 10 this morning. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police described the suspect as a man about 5'6", wearing dark pants, a gray hooded sweatshirt, and a black mask.
Right there, wearing a black mask. Sounds like it was a setup, or like, you know what I mean, he was waiting for him.
Gray hooded sweatshirt and a black mask.
And I'm not trying to get into all this, but how do you know it's all gang related when it could also just be street related. But anyway.
Gray hooded sweatshirt and a black mask. Officers are searching by ground and in the air with drones and a CHP helicopter to find that person. Police say the suspect and the victim knew each other and they believe the shooting was targeted. I spoke with Rodrigo Garcia, who lives on Alameda del Prado and was unable to get to his home during the search.
Mass happening now. Manhunt is underway in the North Bay for a killer.
Novato police believe the deadly shooting Tuesday at an apartment complex was gang-related. Crown Force Will Tran live in Novato with the latest. Will?
It's just sad, bro. You know what I mean? Like my podcast is to try to let these guys, that they can do something different, but it never changes, man.
It would be horrific anywhere, but to happen in a community that is relatively peaceful, you don't see this sort of violence in Novato. That's why it has rocked the community to the point.
So yeah, Novato is a very affluent area. Kind of, you basically have to have money there. But like I said before, there's apartments, a bunch of Raza lives there that services these communities, the rich communities.
Rock the community to the point where they even shut down a particular neighborhood.
And think about that, bro. It's the apartment complexes of the people, the poorest people in the cities, going to war with each other while the rich get richer.
Told people to stay inside as they were looking for this particular.
And this is what also happens is that when crimes like this happen, it scares the rich people, and then it puts even worse laws on the poor people, more control, more, police presence, more funding for police, which I'm not necessarily against. I work in security, and the police are our allies in that work. I'm just being honest, so it's like, you know what I mean? And as I get older, police are more like, if I see a police officer, they're more like not a friend, but somebody I look to protect the community instead of because I'm not holding nothing. I'm not breaking the law. I believe in society. I believe in following the rules. You know what I mean? I believe in that now. When I didn't, I was a criminal, and that's why I'm trying to create a podcast that tells you to believe in society. Give cops a chance. Not all of them. Yes, I know they're pigs. It's like we heard that already. They've killed people, but you gotta give everybody. We're all in this together, man. That's what people don't want to ever admit.
Particular gunman, the Novato Police Department. We hope to get an update from them a little bit later this morning. Here's what happened. Let me show you the video. It was around 10:30 in the morning. Shots rang out outside the apartment. Police officers came there. They spotted the 31-year-old victim with gunshot wounds. That person was actually still alive at that particular.
That's crazy. He was still alive. So he was either able to say who did it or what happened, or he didn't say anything. Just kept it gangster, man. Rest in peace.
Time. Who they did not see was the shooter. Now, the victim was rushed. Happening now.
Anyway, man, that's so crazy. And then now, bro, real quick, if I can, I want to just play some of his music. I don't know if YouTube's gonna hate on me, so if not, I'm just gonna use it on the top of over this. But if not, I'm gonna roll it right now. And then also, and anyway, so and then we want to get. And then we're going to get into Thumper North Bay, this funny guy, bro. All right, so Thumper North Bay is a Southsider, I guess you could say, coming out of the North Bay. He has NB tattooed on him, I think, and he's from the same kind of area as the Canals. His dad was a real one from 18th Street, and I'm not even... The funny thing is I saw him at the gym, and he ran from me, and then he went on the hater world and tried to say that, like, I saw him, but I was out of gas or something. I had to get gas, or he's made something, and the hater world was like, what, bro? And I'm not even going to waste my time. I might show the clip, but I don't think I'll waste my time with it. But it was just really funny, dog. And then, so this will just, like, if you ever want to look at, like, anything that has to do with Norteños doing bad, he'll always be in the comments. He's always, like, the hater. He was a hater. When I got into the fool community, he was the first fool hating in the comments. When I have all these haters on the side, that fool's like the first guy, like with all the Karens, bro. He's crazy. He said he saw me at a speech speaking, and he left and broke his probation because of my speech was so like against what he believed in. You know, he's just a super guy. The funny part is I actually heard that this fool is not scary, that he will fight, that he's like with it like that. And I was gonna come up and say, hey, dog, I heard you're with it, you know. And this fool ran. But anyway, I was gonna be like respectful, like, hey, fool, I don't want to, because for me personally, bro, if I consider you a real one, I don't want to have fun with real ones, bro, because I respect real ones. But it's the phonies, it's these fools that are buffooning the culture, and I feel like this fool's buffooning the culture. But if this fool's with the business, then you know what I mean, he's with the business. But basically, he goes in and you know what I mean, trolls doing his homies, showing, you know, laughing, like just making a mockery of somebody passing away. It's just, you know, sad, but it's just part of the game. You know what I mean? It's like, though, you know, the clip with "I love you," you know, but you know what, you know, it's just like, I don't know, bro. If it was always in the thing, it's just sad to watch these guys over and over again troll, you know, the dead like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's one thing if they did something personally to you, dog, and who knows, maybe this fool, you know what I mean, this fool SR Loko, you know what I mean, damn it, traumatized North Bay, what's this fool's, North Bay Thumper? But I don't know, man. The last thing I do want to do is go over that fool from Street Culture or whatever, because that fool's a Southsider, and he's super, or not a Southsider, he's like a wannabe Southsider or whatever. He's always like jock. He's like Crazy Hood Media fool, all up in the jock. He does have a better voice, as funny as that might sound. Like Crazy Hood Media sounds like a straight square, respectfully, but this fool sounds like he actually grew up in the streets, the street culture guy. I'm trying to remember his freaking name, but we're gonna watch that and then react to it.
31-year-old victim with gunshot wounds. That person was actually still alive at that particular time. The victim was rushed to the hospital, but ultimately died for his injuries.
We got a murder coming out of Northern Cali, and they're saying that a Sureño's responsible for dropping this fool. He goes by the name of SR Loko. That's him right there. He just got whacked. There's that fool Dumps commenting Doves, RIPs, and all that. Chirp out on this comment. This fool watch.
I guess he was cool with Thumps, and he did a music video with Lazy. Thumps. It's so funny. People think I have a problem with him. Dog, I was basically not defending him, but I was kind of like saying like it's not that big a deal or whatever. I was trying to be like real in middle of the road, bro. But I guess people get offended just if you bring it up, you know. So I don't really have anything against Thumps. I just think that was a trip. Really, I don't care about any of these fools, dog. But and then the other one, Lazy Boy, bro. He's just too cool, bro. You know, my name is Lazy Boy. I'm from, you know, losers, Latinos, and you know, I just like to be cool, you know, play cool music and do my mouth like this, show how big I am now, and have my girlfriend, you know, like, show me off, because I'm so big now. My name is Lazy Boy. That fool's pretty feminine too, dog. I don't know. I don't know, fool. I just think it's hella funny. How you gonna put an L on your face, though, dog? I'm not trying to diss the hood, bro. It's just, dog. I would never disrespect this pretty masterpiece right here. But god damn, Lazy. I'm just saying, his mouth is all like small, bro. Yeah, I'm Lazy Boy. How you guys doing? You anti-social motherfucker. God damn, where you guys catch these motherfuckers? I'm sorry, bro. Lazy Boy's music is trash. Fag.
Jacksonville put rest in piss, Chapa. Sad. He died in his own land by them invaders. Them invaders, he's referring to Sureños. If you guys don't understand that, in Southern California, there's no established Norteño gangs.
And this fool's trying to push it in that there's no established Norteño gangs in Southern California. That's not why, bro. You gotta understand, that's not a compliment. That means people will leave your area because it's not good to go to a better area in Northern California. You know what I mean? You don't get that. Nobody wants to go to Southern California like that. And it's not because of any of this, you guys, North or South. It's because of poor people migrating for jobs. So all the jobs are done in Mexicans. They go to San Diego, LA, and Bakers for all these places. When there's no more jobs, they keep going north, bro. It's the migration of work. And that's why our people are so like twisted. Is how you gonna hate somebody that just migrated at a different time, bro? It's so sad, bro. We gotta do better.
Whatsoever. They try to establish, they got ran out. Now,
when did they try to establish? See, this guy, hood culture, bro. You gotta get, if you're gonna do this, bro, don't be such a don't be so biased, bro. You know, like, don't be so like trying to bang. You know, like, be more objective, bro. People take you more serious, you'll get more views.
in Northern California, there's established Sureño gangs. Small numbers, but they do some damage. Y'all seen all the
Everybody does damage because we're all Mexicans, bro. We're the same people. Una raza, una corazón, way. Like, una voz. It's just like, bro, how can you guys not see that? Of course, we do damage, but again, bro, I don't want no disrespect, because when I was doing gang prevention, I was helping a gang of little Southsiders, bro. But like, there's not a lot of there's so many Northerners out here now that they're starting to funk with each other in these areas. In Santa Rosa, you never saw fools do that. And again, bro, you guys, this is my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm just responding to the internet, not to the streets, to the internet. That's all I'm doing, okay? And don't take it too serious, you know. But it's also important to like talk about these things.
indictments. Numbers don't lie. So that's what he's referring to on that comment. Sad he died in his own land by them invaders. The blue side being in.
Ain't your people from LA or Southern California? I mean, especially these guys, upstate Sureños aren't even from Southern California. They're from up here. They just, you know, don't like the whole Norteño thing or whatever. Who knows? It's still an awkward subject, right? I was talking to this legend in LA, you know, and he was like, man, I can't stand all these upstate guys always complaining, man, when really I want to just say that we run the program, man. LA runs the program. You guys need to do what we you know, what we say, man. We don't need to do what you say. But I told him, don't mess with your aura, you know.
Red land turf. That's crazy. Look what this fool put right here. This Norteño's pissed the fuck off. He put, better catch that scrap ass nigga on my mama. Y'all seeing it right there. It's confirmed.
So just because this fool wrote a comment, it's confirmed? Bro, that's not the media.
A Southern United Raza gang member, known as a Sureño, murked this fool. Took his wind. And California's most deadliest,
you guys,
ongoing
I need you to hear this. That this fool is trying to make a fact out of a comment, and the comment doesn't even have a face or name. That's like when people hate on me and they say like, oh, this person had the article in this. I'm like, that's a blog post from a loser. There's nothing else to do. That's not a real media source. You gotta, if you're gonna try to talk facts, you gotta get real sources with real facts, not comments, my boy. Freaking hood culture. You're kind of a leva, dog. I'm trying to be cool though, because you know what I mean. Like, I respect the overall, you know, consistency of your work.
Took his wind. And California's most deadliest Southern United Rock right there. It's as Nick put right here. There's no. That's crazy. Look what this fool put right here. This Norteño's pissed the fuck off. He put, better catch that scrap ass nigga on my mama. Y'all seeing it right there. It's
and how do you know he's a Norteño? No disrespect, but everybody in Northern California calls outsiders scraps. Respectfully, I don't. I call them Sureños. I'm a freaking security guard, dog. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care about that.
Confirmed. A Southern United Raza gang member, known as a Sureño, murked this fool. Took his wind. And California's most deadliest, ongoing beef, the Southern Hispanic gang members versus the Northern Hispanic gang members. And it just don't stop.
One person is in critical condition after a shooting in Novato that's right near Alameda Del Prado and Ignacio Boulevard near Highway 101. The hospital, but ultimately died for this gunman this morning. As a possible motive, we don't know, but Noel, you just said it. They believe it.
So anyway, it was just really annoying to see how basically a guy that, hey, his music is actually good, bro. Pretty good. It's too bad I didn't even know about him, bro, because I try not to, you know, I just respond to what I see on the internet. But man, it's just really sad that, you know, this Vato had to pass. And not only did he have to pass, but comments, videos, all this, you know, making fun of his life, you know. But same time, other people will say, hey, he was dissing. And if you diss, this is what comes to you at the end. So, you know, it's a lesson. Rest in peace to the homie. Rest in peace, you know, and, you know, condolences to his family. And I know he did videos in Santa Rosa and supported guys in Santa Rosa. So, hey, man, he probably wouldn't like me, you know. He probably wasn't a supporter of my podcast, but, you know, it doesn't matter, bro. I'm not here for your support. I have a message, you know, and it's basically a message of gang intervention and prevention, but with respect. I'm not asking you guys to quit your gangs, but I'm asking you to redirect your energy, because this is what is at the end. Death, institutions, mental institutions, prisons, you know what I mean? Hurting your family, and getting made fun of and mocked on the internet by losers, you know, that don't tell your story right. So anyway, show some love in the comments. Let me know if SR Loko was a dope rapper, if you knew about him, if you think it's cool that people mock people's death, and what you think about Thumper North Bay. You know, this guy is a trip, bro. He's like, from 18th Street? Is he from 18th Street? Is he from LP? Is he from San Rafael? Is he from Runner Park? Is he from Santa Rosa? Is he from Los Angeles? It's like, he can never get his story straight. 6'7", 6'7", he can't get his story straight, you know, so. And he makes bad music, bro. He makes terrible music. That's the problem. If he made better music, I might be able to respect him, you know, but I just can't do it, you know. I went to the gym. He ran twice. That's what's funny, bro. Twice, bro. 2 times. One time I went to the gym and that Vato packed it up. You know, when you're working out, I go to the gym, bro. I go into, like, you know how you go to put your locker away, and then I come out and I try to get at him and he's gone, bro. And you know what I mean? And then the second time I rolled up on him bumping TYS, bro. Bumping it, you know, like rolling on him, dog. Like I was in a rental in a Prius, bro. And that's why this fool even dry snitched on Hater World and said what I was driving. And I rolled up bumping, bro. I stopped and I parked. That fool was gone, dog, gone. And he tried to tell Blue Devil that he ran out of gas. I forgot what he tried to say. It was hella funny. But anyway, he just seemed like a really bad person, you know, that really got hurt. You know, his family doesn't love him or something. I don't know what's going on with him, bro. But he's always trying to get reactions from other men, you know, and get on the internet and make Northerners mad and troll Northerners, because I think that fool just has basically daddy issues. You know, his dad joined the hood but didn't take care of him, you know. That's how it be sometimes, though, bro. So instead of hating on SR Loko, North Bay, Thumper, Thumper, that name is funny. Go get some therapy for your daddy issues, because he was a real one, not you. This is your boy Pocho of the Chicano Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and support a real one. If there is like a GoFundMe or any kind of thing to support SR Loko, please put it in the comments, and I will pin it. And again, condolences to the family. Rest in peace to SR Loko. He was a talented young man. Another brown man lost to a senseless gang war that in prison is already over. And it makes no sense that we're still going through it. You feel me? And again, we don't even know if... I didn't even get into all this, but we don't even know if it's... I mean, he says he knew him. It could have been, you know, he robbed somebody, they robbery. It could have been all kinds of things. We don't know yet. That's what all these Southsiders and upstate bloggers or whatever are jumping to conclusions, you know, but that's the internet, man. It is what it is. Anyway, let me know in the comments. This is your boy Pocho One, and I'm out.